Hello, my name's Bill Etheridge. I'm with UKIP in Dudley. After the recent local council elections, where the Conservative Party were absolutely decimated, there is no real opposition from them anymore to the Labour Party that's running rampant in our borough. The Conservative Party haven't even got a prospective parliamentary candidate for Dudley North should the coalition collapse at any moment, which, let's be fair, with the warm relationship between the Tories and the Liberals, it could happen at any time. So the reality of the situation in this area is there is only one opposition to the Labour Party, and I am very, very proud and delighted to say that it's us with UKIP. We will not stand idly by and allow a Labour MP and a Labour council to ruin Dudley, to continue with the work of the failed Conservative administration before then in driving our town, our borough, into the ground. We've got new ideas and we've got the passion and energy to bring them forward. In every ward in Dudley there will be a UKIP representative that you can call on if you've got a difficulty, if you've got a problem with antisocial behaviour, if the litter's not being collected, if the neighbours next door are noisy, if you can't get onto a council housing list, you name it. If there's a local problem, we will take it on for you. Contact us. We want to speak to you. Unlike most local councillors, we'll be actively holding surgeries around the area. Our unpaid volunteers will be out there doing the role that the councillors should and too many times don't do. So UKIP are taking the fight on for the people of Dudley. Our brand new ideas for this borough are an exciting innovation, a mixture of the very best of the ideas that the people of Dudley have put to us. For a start, we're not shy of doing the obvious things. One obvious thing is we need more parking in Dudley, and it needs to be free. It's no good at all bemoaning the state of our shopping centres, going to Mary Portas, going to government schemes, looking at ways of prettifying them, if people can't park near them, and when they can't afford the parking fees involved. In case our local MP and councillors didn't know, there's a place called Merry Hill just down the road, and a lot of people go to shop there, and it's free, and they can park. If we want to bring our local shops back to life, give them vigour, give them hope, let's make sure they've got some parking spaces. That's an obvious thing that nobody seems keen to grasp the nettle of, but we are prepared to push. We're also prepared to work hand in hand with the local business, Chamber of Commerce, and anyone else who wants to come up with good ideas, and we'll put them forward. Our aim is to make Dudley the most business-friendly borough, not just in the Midlands, but in the country. We want people to come to Dudley as a great place to do business. We've got a castle, we've got an ancient market square, we've got the Black Country Museum, we've got a zoo, we've got great things in Dudley, and I tell you something, not many people outside the local area know anything about it. It's not being properly marketed, it's not being properly put forward. When people come to Dudley, they realise what a great place it is. But it's too late then. It's not enough. We need an active, passionate local council selling the idea of Dudley. And that doesn't mean harebrained schemes and gimmicks like trying to call it a city. That would have made no difference whatsoever. All the difference would have been a new letterhead and new titles for the councillors, which I'm sure they'd have loved, but it wouldn't have done a lot of good for the people of Dudley. So we want practical solutions to how we're going to make Dudley better together. And that means an active political party in the area called UKIP. We're going to work with the Chambers of Commerce to make sure that when kids go through school, they're getting the right kind of education. We can liaise the two to make sure that kids are coming out knowing what the local businesses need. This is another practical, common sense thing to do. Our intentions all the way along are to keep things simple and practical and obvious. We will make sure that you feel safe to walk the streets, to go into the pubs and bars, to go into the shops. We don't want anybody to walk the streets of Dudley feeling uncomfortable. If that requires more policing, we'll have to put the pressure on to make sure that the police are there. There is not one thing that anyone can put forward to us that we won't at least consider. And we certainly won't allow our current elected group of politicians to run riot. Council tax rises year in, year out under this Labour administration are expected to be quite unpleasant, to say the least. Your Conservative candidates, your Conservative councillors might pay lip service to not being happy with it and then go and have a little chat with their friends in the Labour Party afterwards. A cosy arrangement all round. No real opposition. We will oppose. We will oppose at every step of the way. And when it comes to the next elections, we will have put in 2 years of work across the borough to show each and every one of you that we don't just appear at election time. It's not about that for us. It's about commitment to the area and commitment to the people in it. It's not about particularly wanting to oppose Labour or oppose the Conservatives. It's just knowing that they're not going to do the right thing. Because we've been here before. These people have all had their chance and not one of them has done anything different. Not one of them's grasped the nettle and really taken tough decisions for Dudley and its people. Our vote increased in the May elections massively. Give us your faith after these next 2 years, and at the next local elections return some UKIP councillors and we can really make a difference. Things have got to change in Dudley. Across the whole borough, things have got to change. We can't allow this steady decay to continue. Everything's got to be reviewed from top to bottom. When council employees are earning over £100,000 a year, including a chief executive earning over £140,000 a year, there's something wrong. Every single job will be reassessed. Everyone will be looked at to see if we can get better from them. We'll save money along the way, but we'll also preserve and save services. We won't be shutting old folks' homes like the Tories put forward, and we won't be putting a feeble compromise deal in place like Labour are trying to do. New Bradley Hall under a UKIP administration wouldn't be in any danger whatsoever, and nor would any other well-run care home. We can afford services, we can afford bin collections. In some cases, we can even actually have bins rather than bin bags. All these things can be done if we start to cut back on some of the needless extravagance and over-the-top waste which the Tories allowed, and Labour, let's be fair, haven't got a great track record of stopping. So, people of Dudley, there is an alternative. It doesn't have to be Labour dragging us further and further down. UKIP are here. We want to speak to you, and we're excited at the opportunity of really showing you there's a difference. So come and give us a chance, come and talk to us. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you.